So let me be your family this Christmas. And let this.
Hey guys, it's your girl Linda Mary and I'm back with another video. If you're new here, karibu sana, that means welcome in Swahili. So today I'm reviewing my 2022 vision board. At the beginning of this year, the first video that I did, I titled it maybe the first vlog of the year or something. I sat down with you guys and created my 2022 vision board. I outlined the goals I wanted to achieve and I wrote them down. I first wrote them down on a book. There's a previous notebook I was using, and then I transferred them to the laptop where I created a digital vision board with you guys, though I left space for some personal goals that I had put, and I told you guys that I was going to add some personal goals. The book that I was using was written 2016. About a month later I bought this one and I was like, why keep my 2022 goals in a 2016 notebook? So I transferred them here. I think I also showed that in a vlog, and when I transferred them here I clarified, because in the previous book I'd just written them down, like listed the goals, but I did not clarify. So here I went in depth. So I want to open my vision board from my laptop and then go through them and see if I achieved those things, and if I didn't, what happened, or where did I slack off or something like that. So let's get started. Let's see what I wanted to. Don't worry, I'm an extremely organized person. I like organizing my things in files. So these are my 2022 goals. Were they different? Or this was a PNG, this was a PDF. This one I created. This was my 2022 vision board and I created it with you guys. And here is where I wrote things down. It was, I think, the first page of this book. So I'm going to go through them one by one and see if I've achieved them. The first thing that I wanted to achieve was to have a closer relationship with God. And to be specific, I wanted to go to church frequently. So here, this is what symbolized that relationship with God. As I explained when I was creating my 2022 vision board, I had not gone to church for more than 3 years. There are things that happened. I stopped going to church. Not that I stopped praying or having a relationship with God. That has never changed, but I just stopped going to church. And for this year, I said I wanted to go back to church. So even here, as I'm waiting go to church frequently, the thing was to go back to church, because I was not going to church. I'd like to say that I achieved this halfway, because if you watch my videos from the beginning of the year, I went back to church. There was a time I was going almost every weekend. Yeah, some challenges also arose again in the middle of the year and I stopped. So I've been going once in a while, not as frequently. But I want to say that I achieved this because my goal was to go back to church. I had not gone even once. My goal was to go back to church, and I did go back to church, even though right now I'm not as consistent, but I did go back to church. So I'd like to think that I've achieved it. Maybe next year I'll think of something like to make it more regular, okay? Because yeah, maybe every Saturday if possible, because I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. So the second goal was to have a closer relationship with my family. With my family, I wanted to visit them and communicate more with them. With my siblings, family, I'm saying maybe immediate and extended. Siblings, I wanted to see them more often. And with my friends, I wanted to be a better friend to my friends. And to my daughter, I wanted to do more activities with her outside the house and spend more time with her outdoors. And this is what symbolized that. This is a photo of myself, my sister, and my brother. In this video, I'm going to say at the beginning of the year a lot, because I started the year with high hopes, and in the middle, before we go to the middle of the year, this year just turned into the worst year of my life, actually. So a lot of the things that I've been able to achieve, I think most of them I achieved during that first part of the year. And I want to say that I also kind of achieved this, because last year I'm in Nairobi. My brother is also in Nairobi right now, but there was a time he was in Nairobi, there was a time he was in Kisumu. I've always seen my brother more than my sister, because my sister is in Kisumu. And if you're in Kenya, you know that it's not a trip. Nairobi to Kisumu is not a trip that you can just make to and fro. You can't even go there and come back the same day. It's a whole day journey. It is very expensive, so you can't just wake up and be like, I have 500 bob, 1,000 bob, let me go see my people. You can't even, that's not even enough for you to get there. You need like 5,000 and more. So at the beginning of the year, I really prioritized that, and I'm glad that in March I traveled to Kisumu. I went and saw my sister. I stayed with her for some time, and then I went from Kisumu, I went straight to Nanyuki. and I stayed at my friend's place for a week with Taraji. We were there for 1 whole week in Nanyuki. So that was a good time. So that was how I prioritized seeing my people, the people around me often. So I'm glad I did that for my sister, and I'm glad I did that for my friend. And then I came back to Nairobi, and then we went back to Shago, to upcountry, where we went for my cousin's traditional ceremony. So again, that was part of being there for the people, my loved ones, people around me. So I'm happy I did that. And we went with my brother, and we spent time together, my brother, my sister, and myself. And then we went back to Kisumu, to my sister's place. So let me just say, the beginning of the year, I really did this. I really built that closer relationship with my family. So in the middle of the year, I can't even say, things just went left. So for my siblings, seeing them more, I definitely achieved that, because last year I did go to Kisumu. I didn't see my sister the whole of last year, but I did it this year, and I saw her more than once. So yes, I did that. I'm still referring to the notebook. I wanted to be a better friend. I can say that is 50. That has been 50-50, because I have communicated with my friends more, looked for them more. But at the same time, as I said, that things went left for me, it got to a point where I wasn't even there for myself as much as I wanted to. So there is no way that I could have been there for anyone else, including my friends. So it's 50-50. I kind of achieved it, and in some areas I kind of failed. And then with my daughter, I wanted to do more activities with her outside the house. Again, at the beginning of the year, I started that routine where once a week we would go outside, even if it is to a Kenchik place where Chipo is 100 bob, and we sit down with Taraji and we ate, and we did that. We did that, by the way, and really enjoyed that. But again, things went south, and that stopped completely. So I can't say I achieved that, obviously, with my daughter, because it was a very short time that I was able to do that, but it's something that I'm planning on picking up again. So that is having a closer relationship with my family or my loved ones. Let's go to the next goal. So goal number 3 was to take better care of my health. I wanted to do that in various ways. First, to do a pap smear. Second, I wanted to do physical activity, that is working out, walks, etc. I wanted to have a gynecological visit. I wanted to do anything that improves my physical, emotional, and mental health. And I wanted to get my NHIF in order and also include Taraji in it. Did I have anything here that symbolized taking better care of my health? Yes, this was it. This was taking better care of my health. Did I take better care of my health? Number 1 was doing a pap smear. That didn't happen. I wasn't able to do a pap smear this year, and I really, really wanted to. Physical activity, working out, walks, I can say did it 60 or 70% of the time. I worked out, I skipped my rope, I went for walks, though there were fewer this year, the walks. But I want to say that I did physical activity, maybe 60 or 70%. It was not like 100%, but I did achieve that. Gynecological visit, again, that didn't happen because I was supposed to visit a gynecologist, and then during that time also do a pap smear when doing my routine yearly checkup. So that didn't happen because of the things that went south again. So I want to do anything that improves my physical, emotional, and mental health. And I believe the counseling or therapy that I started this year really improved my mental health. So yes, I did that. I did something that improved my mental and emotional health. Get my NHIF in order and include Taraji. Sadly, that hasn't happened yet, because if you watch my recent vlog, you realize that I had an issue with Taraji's birth notification. I just got it recently, I think like a month ago. So I'm in that process of trying to include her in my NHIF, because I needed that notification to get her birth certificate and then include her in my NHIF. So that hasn't happened, but it's still a work in progress. So let's look at the next goal. The next goal was to get monetized on YouTube. So I included to do my part, which is upload consistently, preferably twice a week, market my videos through social media and paid ads. And when we come here, let me see if I can expand it again. Oh, nice. So this is what symbolized getting monetized. It was congratulations, your YouTube channel. Who I don't know whose image I picked from the Google has been accepted into the YouTube, and I got this message. Wow! I got this message saying congratulations, your YouTube channel Linda Mary has been accepted. Hey! This is the one thing that I was praying for. I didn't know it was going to happen. I was just like, Lord, please, just make this happen for me. I was just hoping. Around March there, I was still at 1800 watch hours and I was not moving. And then towards August there, I was like, oh my God, it's possible for this to happen this year. And then I was like, God, if there's one thing I ask you to do for me this year, in this shitty year, please just help me get monetized. And it happened. And now I'm in the process of getting my pin, okay, from abroad to here. So I'll keep updating you guys. I like how I did. I wrote here, I just didn't try to get monetized. I wrote do my part, because the whole thing was not just on me. I can only do my part. So I said my part was upload consistently, preferably twice a week. And I did that. I uploaded twice a week consistently. And it got to a point I started uploading thrice a week. So I did my part. The next was to market my videos through social media and paid ads. I did that kind of 50-50, because at the beginning of the year I was very aggressive in marketing my videos on my WhatsApp status and on Instagram and sometimes on TikTok. And then it got to a point, one of the strategies I use now to grow, I was like, I'm not marketing my videos to people who know me. So I stopped posting on social media, on WhatsApp. I was posting on Instagram, but even on Instagram, I didn't even for my analytics, I never saw that my traffic was coming from Instagram. I was just posting to update my people there, but the people who are following me on Instagram, I think less than 5% follow me on YouTube. So they are just looking and not watching. So even the marketing my videos, I think I toned it down at some point, because I knew that was not working. And I was like, I want YouTube to find an audience for me. I want YouTube to find people who enjoy the kind of videos I do and give them that video. So you can say 50-50, because I marketed my videos at some point and then I stopped, toned it down, and then I went back to marketing on Instagram, because I realized that some of my YouTube family followed me on Instagram. So whenever I could post, they will see and then come and watch. Market my videos, I think I did that when it mattered, and then when it didn't matter, I stopped, and then I picked it up again. So you can say yes, I successfully did that. But the goal was to get monetized on YouTube, and I got monetized on YouTube. Thank you, Jesus. Let's look at the next goal. Wow, my next goal was to create a blog or a website. And here I have zoomed it so much. Where is the blog or website? There. I believe this is the dashboard for WordPress. So this is going to be my first post. For this goal, the answer is a very short one. No, I did not achieve it. I did not create a blog or website. Let's just go to the next goal. The next goal was to get better with my finances in terms of savings, emergency fund, and to also earn more. So where here do we have finances? Here, this one written savings. So getting better with my finances. When the year started, my emergency fund was also my savings. So I had started with that. And yeah, I stopped getting jobs. I've talked about this. I stopped getting the jobs. There was a time I didn't get a single job for 4 months. A single writing job, yet that is my source of income. For YouTube, I was just monetized like last month. I've not even earned anything yet. So when this happened, like when imagine earning zero from your job for 4 months consecutively, and it's not like I'm a millionaire or I had saved so much. So imagine the first month and 0.00, the second month 0.00, the third month. What happens is that I had to withdraw everything that I had saved. I got all my money. I was using them to pay bills. I borrowed. I got into debt. There's nothing good that happened with finances this year. So finances were just like savings, no. Drained all my savings. Emergency fund, no. Withdrew every single cent that I had saved. And more, no. I actually learned less, or zero. So this was an epic fail. I don't even want to go into it. It's not like I can't say it's a failure on my part, because I did my part and I did my best, but things were just against me this year in a way that I have never seen. So for the fact that for my finances, epic fail. Let's just look at the next goal. So for this goal, This is my daughter's work. I don't know why what 62 was all about, but anyway. So the next goal was to be more feminine. I wanted to work on my femininity journey. And if we look here, who do you see? The queen of femininity, Marilyn Monroe. She symbolized me being a feminine woman. So did I work on my femininity? I want to say 60-40. Because this is the funny thing, I never even knew that there was this femininity and masculinity thing until a few years ago. I never knew about it. And then I used to hear people talking about that, and I'm like, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm feminine. I dress like a girl, like I put on makeup, I put on dresses, like what do you mean? It's obvious. Girls are feminine, men are masculine. Until I started listening to a lot of podcasts and watching YouTube videos, and I followed a lot of femininity coaches. Especially there's one, why am I forgetting her name? There's one particular one who really broke it down between femininity and masculinity, and I was like, shit, I have some masculine traits I didn't even know, and I didn't like it. Because I've always wanted to be very feminine, and I always thought I was. So after I realized that, I decided to start working on my femininity journey. That was, I think, 2 years or 3 years ago. But I was like, this year I wanted to take it to another level. I'm saying that I achieved it 60% because my mindset, I changed my mindset. That is the one thing that was struggling with. The way I was thinking was still a bit masculine, not a bit, a lot masculine. And I was able to change the way I think when it comes to, okay, I don't know how to explain it. Let me just say I had a mindset shift. I changed my mind. I really understood the concept, and right now I can even identify when I'm being feminine and when I'm being masculine. I knew what I wanted to work on. I was ready to work on it. So that's why I'm saying that I achieved it 60%, because half of the battle is won here. So when I changed my mindset, I was like, yeah, up here we are good. So let's just work on being feminine in my daily life. And there are areas I improved on, especially when it comes to communication, especially with the other gender. Because I will get mad and just like woo 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 woo, but there are circumstances that have happened in my life this year that I have handled well, that I've handled way better than I would have handled like the previous year. I handled them with grace. There are areas still that still need a lot of improvement, because there's a certain way that I've been on my life. I can't just wake up one day and change. And I'm not changing because I'm following a trend, or because who is saying I want to change. I want to change because I, Linda, want to change. There's a certain kind of woman that I want to be. I want to be a more feminine woman. So I still have areas that I struggle with, even though I know this is masculine, but I can't help it. So I'm still a work in progress. The other reason why I'm also struggling a bit is because, as I've mentioned, my finances went down the drain, my income zero. So I have been in survival mode for 3/4 of this year, like living that fight or flight response. Like I'm just like worried, anxious. Oh my god, oh what happens? So what do we eat next? So what if we are thrown outside the house? What So if you're in that kind of survival mode, there's no way you can be that feminine, because femininity requires you to relax, to rest, to not worry, to know that everything will fall in place, to just live life as it comes. And you can't do that if you are anxious, very anxious and very worried. So that is also a thing that really hindered me from being also more feminine. But I want to see that I achieved it 60%. I have a 40% that I'm still working on. Number 8, the next goal was to find meaningful romantic relationships. Again, to do my part, for example, going out more, being open to meeting more people, stop committing to people who haven't officially asked me to be their girlfriend. This is what I was thinking. So where is the relationship? Yes, romantic relationship is here. Yeah, I was open to love this year. Did it happen? No. Short answer. Yeah, I attempted to have something with a certain human being. Okay, let me be serious. Yeah, I almost had something with someone this year, but it didn't work out. Very quickly, it didn't work out. So I was supposed to do what again? Do my part, which is going out more. Did I go out more? I'm going to say no, because the events that I went out to, they were not events that were geared towards meeting new people, especially people of the opposite sex. So did I go out more to those places where I would meet people of the opposite sex? No. Being open to meeting more people, I was open in my head, but if I did not go out more, that's how I was going to meet them. I was not going to meet them here in my bedroom. So but you know what happened again? Okay, this might seem like I'm blaming my situation, but to be honest, there are things that if some parts of your life are struggling, like let me say you're struggling to get the basic human needs. Basic human needs are food, shelter, and clothing. You're struggling to get food. You're struggling to pay for your rent. There's no way you're going to go out and spend how much and buy drinks and whatever so you can meet someone. It doesn't make sense. So when I was in that survival mode, I was not in the best place to actually meet anyone. It was not happening. And I'm not using this as an excuse, because it's not like I've always had money. No, I've always struggled, and sometimes you have, sometimes you lack. That's life, that's normal. But I'm talking about constantly lacking for an extended period. There's something it does to you. Your life is not just, you can't do the things that you want. So I did not find a meaningful relationship. But you know what? We are still in December. Who knows? My knight in shining armor can just come right now before 31st December. Mungu wangu. Stop committing to people who haven't officially asked me to be their girlfriend, and leave the rest to God. By the way, I stopped that. If there's one area that I've grown in tremendously, is in knowing my value when in a romantic relationship. And as I said, stop committing to people who haven't officially asked me to be their girlfriend. Yeah, I did that. I terminated a relationship this year that I valued. Left someone that I was in love with. But I realized, you've just said a lot of things that you've not asked me to be your girlfriend. And people of the opposite gender have this thing. No, men, they have a lot of things that they can tell you. Oh, I value, I like you, I want us to be serious with each other. All those things don't matter. I want you to be my girlfriend. I want us to date exclusively. I want you to date me, and I want you to date you, and I don't want us to date any other person. That is asking someone to be their girlfriend. Any other thing that they tell you that did not make sense, I've heard a million things, no. And I did that. I was like, no, this person has not asked me to be their girlfriend. And I asked them to clarify what they meant, because they had told me something very vague. And they clarified, and the clarification didn't still say, Linda, can you please be my girlfriend? I walked. So I'm proud of myself for doing that. So that part I did. So the 9th goal was to travel to Mombasa, or generally to the coastal region. Hey, Mombasa City. Hey, I always admire this place, and I feel like I'll take a photo here. Looks so good. Did sis travel to Mombasa or to the coastal region? No. Didn't happen. Didn't get anywhere close to Mombasa. So moving on very swiftly and painfully. The next goal was to learn swimming. Like this Chile enjoying herself here. Again, sis did not learn how to swim. Moving on again very swiftly. The next goal was to buy home appliances like TV, cooker, fridge. And then this one was not exactly under home appliances, but renovate my bedroom. Where are those appliances here? Yes, this cooker. I've stretched this thing. Let me zoom in kidogo. Yes, this cooker symbolized appliances in general. So buying home appliances, I bought a Tubana. Immediately when I left Nanyuki in March, April there, I bought a Tubana. So yes. If you are watching me during that time, you saw it, and I was so excited. And then 2 weeks later, that's when we traveled up country for my cousin's traditional ceremony. And when we came back, I think a week later, she was like, she's moving into her husband's house and she's giving away stuff. As I went to help her pack her stuff, some of the things that she was moving in with, we took a plate as ladies move with such things. She was giving away stuff. And she was like, do you want this cooker, the Foban? And I was like, do I want it? What do you mean? I have wanted that for burner for long. I actually bought the two burner because I could afford the two burner at that time. Beginning of the year, before things went south. My friend who had gone to visit at Nanyuki is actually the one who talked sense into me. She was like, since you can afford the two burner, you buy the two burner and then buy a fridge, and then later on you can come buy a four burner. So when I came back, immediately I bought the two burner. And then 2 weeks later, my cousin is like, I'm giving you this four burner. I was like, help people. It was on my vision board, the four burner, not the two. And I got the four burner, though I didn't even buy it myself. Do you know what that means? You just say what you want and leave it to God. You don't know how it would happen, because my plan was to buy it myself. I didn't plan that someone was going to give it to me, and I did what I could, which was buy what I afforded. But I ended up having the four burner on my vision board. How amazing is God? The next thing was fridge. No, I was not able to buy a fridge. Yeah, that didn't happen. And then the cook, I bought fridge. And then TV again. I wanted to buy a TV, a 43-inch smart TV. That is what I was aiming for. But again, if you watch my vlogs this year, you saw that a friend of mine gifted me her 32-inch digital TV because she was upgrading, you see. So yes, the TV has issues. It has to be fixed. The screen has issues, so I'm still working on that, but I have a TV. So, and then this one was not exactly under home appliances, but renovate my bedroom. I say this because there's a project I started in my bedroom in 2020, 2 years ago. I had the morale, did the project halfway, then cash disappeared. And then this year, when I came back from up country, I had the cash to finish it. Actually, I was like, this is it, I'm going to complete this project. But when I came back from up country, and then I realized that my jobs are dried up because I had regular clients, and then I realized they're not sending in work. So the second week after I received my money, I was like, wow, Linda, you can't risk doing renovation in the house and you haven't made money the past 2 to 3 weeks, which means where will your rent come from? So I just held on to it. And then when I realized that I'm not getting any money this month, I use it to pay my bills. So that project is still pending. I don't know what to do at this point. And home renovation is very expensive. So wow, I didn't even realize that one of home appliances was the last one. This is just the word of the year. My word of the year was abundance, and I said I want to stop surviving and start thriving. And even here, I had written it in bold, abundance. I really wanted this to be a year of abundance. And I think I've tackled all of these goals. I don't think there's anything left. So guys, those are the goals that I wanted to achieve this year. I achieved some of them I was not able to, but I'm glad that I actually wrote them down, and I'm glad that I actually put them here. Like things like monetization, like I'm like, yeah, I really wanted this and I achieved it. Like I can see it. And this was my first time doing a vision board. You better believe that I'm doing another vision board for 2023, and I'm going to do it with you guys the same way I did it, this one with you. But if you didn't see how I did this video, you can go back and watch it. I'm going to do it with you live. We are going to make my 2023 vision board again. That video is coming up. I'm so excited for it. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.